We go to the State House now, where President Muhammadu Buhari has been honored with the first Black History Month Excellence and Exceptional African Leadership Award for the year 2018 by the family of renowned American rights activist Martin Luther King Jr. The award is in recognition of the president's fight against corruption and strive for peace in the country. The award was presented to the president by the matriarch of the Luther King family, Naomi Barbara King. Mrs. King called on the president not to give up on his fight against corruption and also prayed for peace in Nigeria so that the country can remain a nation to reckon with.
We cannot pay enough tribute to late Martin Luther King. The respect and sheer personality God bestowed on him will remain historical throughout the time. I thank you very much for associating us and our administration with the family. Thank you very much. I assure you that this administration, and Nigeria in particular, will do its best whenever there is anything about the family, because we remain loyal to him and to what he stands for in his life. Thank you very much.
Nigeria must continue to eradicate corruption. Nigeria will be a nation to be reckoned with by the grace of God.
We'll now go right back to our Lagos studio where Gimba is standing by.
Brilliant. The United Nations has chosen to celebrate the 2018 International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery and the Transatlantic Slave Trade with students in Lagos, southwest Nigeria. The annual event, which is celebrated on March the 25th, is to raise awareness of the dangers of racism and prejudice. Our correspondent, Eni John McQuarrie, reports.
A period which is being referred to as the darkest in human history, the over 400 years of transatlantic slavery. Now, fortunately, this period is over, but unfortunately, slavery is still in existence in the world. That is why the United Nations Information Center in Lagos has decided to celebrate the 2018 Day of Remembrance of Victims of Slavery with students. A group of individuals who still have a lot of decisions to make, and one wrong decision could lead them to slavery.
It is a crime against humanity for anyone's right to be taken as a slave, to be sold as a slave. It is criminal. Don't be deceived by people who say that stop going to school, I'll take you to Italy, and then you'll get a lot of money, we'll take you through the Sahara Desert. All these are the lies.
The 2018 theme, Remember Slavery, Triumphs and Struggles for Freedom and Equality, runs through the story of the icons who have been selected to emphasize the victory over slave trade to the students.
We Africans, we need to appreciate ourselves for who we are, and we should not think about our skin color before trying to go for what we actually want to be.
The lessons of dignity and self-confidence is what the United Nations is sharing with these students, with the hope that it will guide them to the path of success in life. Eni John McQuarrie reporting for Channels Television News.
The Akolo Group of companies has unveiled its new brands of soaps manufactured by one of its subsidiary companies, Evans Industries Limited. The company prides itself as one of Nigeria's leading household manufacturing and distribution conglomerates. At the unveiling, which took place at the Enugu 29th International Trade Fair Arena, the company's marketing manager explains that the soaps are 100% Nigerian-made for different skin types.
Right at the heart of the Enugu International Trade Fair ground is where the management, staff of the Akolo Group of companies and other key players in the business industry gathered. They have come to unveil 9 brand new soaps manufactured by one of their subsidiary companies, Evans Industries Limited. The variants of soap include Classy Gino range of beauty soap, Hawaii whitening soap, which includes the Hawaii carrot and Hawaii papaya, Eva baby soap. Products are part of the array of goods that is 100% made in Nigeria and has consideration for all skin types.
Gino range of beauty soap is comprised of the Gino Royale, Gino Vintage, Gino Care, Gino Charisma, and Gino Moringa. These are novel variants of products that, if you use them, you will like to introduce to other people. We are proud of this product because they are clearly and painstakingly researched into and produced for our people, the beautiful of Nigeria.
This development, however, means a lot for the business community in the state.
We are also particularly delighted that the sister company of Ekulo Industries Limited, Evans Industries Limited, is into the manufacturing of different kinds of cosmetic products. This, no doubt, would add to the tempo of industrial activities in the country, which is quite key to the growth and development of the Nigerian economy, including the opportunity of more employment for our people.
With this latest milestone, the company also warns its prospective buyers against fake products.
Any Eva soap that is not made by Evans Industry is fake. Do not buy. We not import soap in Nigeria. Soap is banned. Don't buy imported soap. It is fake. That is the truth.
Established in 2008, Evans Industries is an indigenous manufacturing company. For them, sales and distribution of quality soaps and cosmetics of high quality remain top priority.
Let's move on to business news on the news at 10 with Ann Waudo.
You first. First Bank.
Thanks a lot, Gimba. President Muhammadu Buhari today signed a memorandum of understanding with the Swiss government and the International Development Association on the return, the monitoring and management of illegally acquired assets confiscated by Switzerland. The President's Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, who made this known in a statement in Abuja, says the signing of the instrument follows the approval by the Federal Executive Council. According to him, the signing of this agreement will boost the government's anti-corruption drive and provide additional funds to develop critical infrastructure in the country. In December last year, Switzerland promised to return around $321 million in assets seized from the family of the former military ruler Sani Abacha through a deal signed with the World Bank. Oil magnate Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija has asked African governments to formulate laws that will recognize women and the female child as entitled in inheritances and homes. She was addressing women-based challenges at the Africa CEO Forum in Côte d'Ivoire, where she called for the recognition of such existing laws and asked banks to relax rules for women funding.
I find that those laws that have even been put in place are not being enforced the way they should be. They should be enforced so that the females within the families have the opportunity to be entitled to land. It shouldn't be just the male children that should have the title to the land through inheritance. And I believe that our banks have a lot to do. They have, you'll find that there are maybe about 30% of women that have access to formal accounts, formal funds, formal funding. I believe that the banks have a lot to do. They have a lot to play. They have to relax some of their requirements that, especially for women.
As the countdown to the Easter holidays begin, Nigeria's stock market has extended the declines recorded in Friday's session due to continued sell-offs of major blue-chip equities for cash by investors. Let's now hear more from Layo Adegoke.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. The final trading week of March at the NSE commenced Monday with a continuation of negative sentiment despite impressive quarterly results recently released by key listed equities. The market's main index ended the day slightly down by 0.04% due to some profit taken from the oil and gas, industrial goods and banking sector, which lowered the total of equities by 6 billion naira. Total turnover of shares traded for the day were moderate, almost 380 million units in nearly 5,000 transactions, with the shares of Access, Zenith Bank and UBA as the top three most patronized stocks. Custodian, GlaxoSmithKline and Multiverse are the top three gainers out of 37 advances, while Fort Oil, Royal Exchange and Unilever led 14 other decliners. And that's the Stock Market Report. I am Layo Adegoke.
Thank you, Layo. As for U.S. stocks, they closed sharply, rising at the close of trade today. Amid tensions between the U.S. and China appear to ease, but it's mixed performance for other major world stock markets. Let's see the figures for today. Thank you for watching Business News tonight. It's back to you, Gimba.
You first. First Bank.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Nigeria's captain Mikel Obi says that he's disappointed to miss Tuesday night's friendly against Serbia, challenges colleagues to step up the game. That's on Sports News. Stay with us.